press F1 for help. What the heck? This is it. Nice. It's loaded at long last. I can finally pick up where I left off. Took too long. Oh my goodness, what is this? These computers must be archaic. This computer must be archaic. It must need some super upgrades. Like a turbocharger. Replace the fans with a turbocharger. Brilliant idea. We need to be shooting flames out of the computer at this time. It needs to become a flamethrower because it would be cool looking and would also be dangerous, which is awesome. The more dangerous it is, the better it is. Not even sure what I left off with. I think I left off and I was working on oil. And so if this coal tar creosote, crude oil, refinery, we need power. Cool, I can do the power. How are we gonna do power for this? You know, we can supply oil via other sources than just coal oil. Well, we have to reorganize a lot of stuff. It's kind of a mess. Oh my gosh. Tankman. It's Tankman. Tankman is back. I hope I don't get any messages on my phone for 6 years, because the second I do, it's gonna bother me. Probably. I don't even know why it does. I don't even know why. I don't even know why anymore. Just going insane. There used to be a reason, but the reason isn't even there anymore. The reason's not real. It's not even real. It's not a valid reason. Not a valid reason. God dang it. Why? Okay, so we'd finished pretty much everything, right? We'd finished, only thing that needs to get done is that I need to have an energy supply. Energy needs to be supplied in this setup, so we need to figure that out. Whether that be by cables or by some other method, we will see how that is done. But currently I'm looking at cables probably being the primary method, exhaust pipes being super important in this, and then obviously we can drop all of this redstone we don't need. I was actually learning about something today about phosphor tubes, which are used in night vision. It sounds like super complicated, but really it's just word spaghetti. It doesn't mean anything. Phosphor tube is literally just describing what it is. It doesn't describe anything about how it works. But if I had to guess, it probably involves photons. Electrons excite the phosphor, and then photons are magnified through it. Which isn't just a guess. I will say there is some merit to that idea. Although I don't know if it's actually correct. As I haven't actually read any scientific papers that discuss phosphor tubes or anything of the sort. So I have actually zero clue and zero basis for that information. But that's my guess. my guesstimate of all time. And it's probably more than accurate. Because that's just how it is. You see, I'm good at guessing. For no reason. But that's probably because I know a lot. A lot more than people think. I think people do not even realize that. I know so much. I don't even know why I decided to do what I'm doing. Like, if I'm being honest, like, stupid decision making and then being a genius don't mix. How can you be a genius but then also make the world's dumbest decisions? It doesn't make sense. But at the same time, I mean, nobody taught me to do common sense until recently, I would say. And that was about a couple months ago. I realized there's common sense out there, and there's a lot more than I'd realized. And my brain did not understand common sense until that point. I just get really angry for no reason. Like I don't even have a reason to get angry. I just get angry for no reason. Lately, that's what's been happening. I just been getting super mad about the dumbest things, and it doesn't even matter. Like I'll just be having a conversation, and I'll just start getting irritated that I'm even talking to that person. And I there's nothing I can do. Can't do anything about that. It's just what's happening now. So I've started to solve one issue, and I've replaced it with a new issue. This is called engineering at its peak. You see, engineers invent solutions to problems, but along the way they create 5 billion extra problems. Well, for every problem they solve, they make a new one. And then they solve that one, and then they make a new one, and solve that one. It's a quote from somebody smarter than me. Maybe. Probably not. Say that without a shadow of a doubt. Probably not. Which is not arrogance, it's literally the truth. Literally the truth. There's a few people out there capable of matching my brain power. But there's also ties into my competency and skills. I'm pretty good at most things. In fact, I'm pretty good at even simple things like just tactics are simple. It's so simple. Fire, maneuver. Things that get complicated are actually doing it. Like on paper, it's so simple. But actually going to do it is a little bit more difficult. But at the same time, I don't struggle doing it either. Only really like my head doesn't move that fast. I do not think that fast. I just really what I do is I just I don't even know. But I'm very good at what I do. Just very good at it. It's I got plans though. Got plans. I know I'm gonna do those plans. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna become so good that I'll finally get noticed, maybe, or something, maybe. Nah, not get noticed. I don't care. I exist. It doesn't matter if I get noticed. See, my only goal will be to just do it to laugh at people. Ooh, look, it takes even less to pipe from from one place to the other. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. What was I saying? I was saying something and I forgot what I was saying. It does not matter. Yes, the Terra drill is the drill of all time. It's amazing. Cut through stone like it is butter. But what we need to do is set up this to make the coal oil. What the heck? Why is it too tall? Why is there a problem? Oh no! It's good memories right there. Oh no! The good old times. Ye olden days. I don't know which order this goes in, by the way. If I had to make an assumption, I'm gonna say this goes here. Whoosh! And then pipe from here to there. Like this. Just let it auto do it, even though it's gonna be stupid. I'm not sure what AI HBM has put in this thing, but it's absolutely the opposite of smart. The intelligence is not it's not artificial. Wait, I don't even know the joke I'm trying to make at this point. It's artificial but not intelligent. Ha 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 ha. So funny. Why aren't you laughing? This is the humor of all time. Okay, well this will work. This should do the trick. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? What am I setting up? What is my goal? Yes, the crafting of all time. So we need to do coal to get to coal oil. This will produce the coal tar creosote, which is gonna go all the way to the starting place. Starting point? I don't even know. The fractioning tower, which is gonna be drinking all of that wonderful coal tar creosote, which is a liquid, very viscous. That word is very descriptive, and I'm sure a large group of people can understand that. And it's not just me. Otherwise, if it is just me, I'm very disappointed. Not in the people, and not in you all, but in whoever taught you all chemistry, because they did a poor job. That's a real shame. That's a real shame. It just makes me think of something. What is this? Hello? Hello? Who is this? Oh. I'm doing good. Where are you streaming? Yeah? Yeah. I'm sure you have nothing to do right now. Nope. Well, I mean, you're just sitting at a desk, right? Waiting for phone calls, pretty much? Wait, what? Say again? Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll keep crafting. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, well you keep crafting, alright?
Alright. Can I hang up? Dang. Okay. It's time to set up the coal tar creosote. I was thinking of something that really bothers me. It's like there's this mentality of like not the product, but like it's an interesting concept. But like, you see, if you're gonna make something, you should make a good product, right? Like, if you're gonna make a product, it should be something good that's able to work and last and do well for a long time at what it's meant for. And that mentality is applies to pretty much anything, like anything. You can apply it to anything. Like, if you're gonna teach somebody something, if you're gonna do something, like, I feel like that is the biggest problem, is that, like, I feel like a lot of people do not understand that the product matters. Because at the end of the day, you're just producing a product. That's all it is. That's something that bothers me. But it's not related to, not necessarily related to the actual production of things. It's related to something else. But I'm not going to say what that is at this time. It's like, it's almost as if, like, there's a certain amount of, like, if I'm gonna do something, I want to be good at it and competent and able to do it well. So it's like, if you were to be a teacher, then the goal would be to be the best at that and be able to make the best product, which would be the student. The question is, how do you get the best product in that case? And that, I mean, I do not have I may have an answer to that. I'm not sure if it's the best answer. Okay, so we can either A, make this very stupid and extend this far too much than it needs to be, which I think actually makes the most sense given the scenario, because otherwise I'm going to pipe through circuitry, and you know, that's not a very particularly good idea. Need to focus on not doing that, because that would be a very stupid idea. It'd be a very poor idea. Okay, this, how many machines need to, though that guy needs to be powered as well. I should have just written a sign with 4 machines need to be powered. 3 chemical plant, 1 mixer, 1 refinery. Oh wait, that's 5. Oops, I can't count anymore. Apparently I forgot how to count. It's a shame. It's a real shame. Alright, that should work. And then this is set up with coal tar creosote. This will receive coal tar creosote when we run that. Which means now, all that's left to do is probably figure out how we're getting heating oil from there to here. And remember, this is not complicated. This is like, just make a giant pipe that goes from one place to the next. It's just like the other issue that I just now realized I need to address inside of this setup. I love this. Love this. Where is it at? Naphtha, heating oil, heavy oil, bitumen. There it is. Engine lubricant is a beautiful product. It's going to be amazing. And this is used in HP solvent mostly. So high performance solvent needs motor oil. I usually use this for that. You could do this in other ways. You just need to get some kind of tar, which this is the most abundant substance you can make tar of. Because this substance really only has one use now. It used to be used in a lot of power generation, but those days are gone because HBM hates oil. And I think I mean, honestly, it's in the name. Nuclear tech mod, not oily tech mod. So, like, this, the fact that this even exists is quite incredible. I'm sure eventually he will patch this out and be like, no more combines cycle gas turbine. I've remade it 5 times. But, I mean, that was just specific to the industrial generator. The trophy still stands to this day because when he patched it out, put in the trophy called industrial generator. Yes, there's an industrial combustion engine. This existed at the same time as this. And the combined cycle gas turbine. They all existed at the same time. But he likes this thing. He likes nuclear power the best because, I mean, it's what the name of the mod is. The yawn of just relief, maybe? I don't even know. Just the yawn for the sake of yawning. That's what it is. No relief. No relief ever. Continue going to the end of time. Let's hook up this exhaust pipe too. The reason I am hooking up the exhaust pipe is because even though the Environmental Protection Agency doesn't exist, I like my air to be clean at least. The water doesn't matter because Steve Minecraft can go 6 billion years without drinking water. And that statistic is all that matters. He doesn't need water. He exists. Okay, connect there, and then, oh, hey, what's this? Slab? Oh, more messages. Wonderful. I like getting messages on my phone. Okay, exhaust pipe. So should I even put this across? Did I have a plan originally to be like, oh, we can walk through here, we can walk back and forth, we can walk back and forth. We can open the door and be like, ah, welcome home. It's a beautiful place. Did I have this plan, or am I just dumb? I think I did not have a plan for this at all. I think this was just one side power generation and crucibles, other side be all the new stuff we make as we go up through the game and make new stuff. It's okay. We may not have enough pipes at this time, but we can fix that by just finding all of these right here. It's the simplicity of the tech, the nuclear tech mod. You build something, you take it down. You build it, you take it down, because you'll never be satisfied until you finally achieve what you believe is the most modular setup. You see, what I should do, on paper, this is the way to do it. Okay, let me get out something to draw a sketch. This will be amazing. I will actually draw out the ultimate sketch for an oil setup. You see, because I don't really know exactly what I'm about to think of and what I'm about to try to explain. And it's not going to translate well if I just say it in words, because nobody will understand what I'm even talking about probably. So I'm going to go ahead and make a picture of this. That way everybody can understand what I'm about to explain. Is this one? It is. Everybody will be able to understand what I'm about to explain in pretty good detail when I make this wonderful depiction of it. Okay, so first, if I have my oil, this is my, we'll just say this is oil. So we have oil. So if I take my oil, then I can have a system here that runs down to each type of refining. Because if I can't make up my mind, then I'm going to choose every option. But how do I be like, well, it's Thursday. It's Thursday, guys. Thursday, I feel like I'm going to run regular oil. Good handwriting. Now, it's on Thursday and I'm trying to decide on how I'm going to get regular oil. And I'm just going to have a switch right here, or a decoder that can be like, oh, if we receive 1, then this. But if we receive 2, it will be this. And then if we receive 3, it will be this one. And if we receive 4, I can do that one. And the reason that's important, the way this even works is super simple. All I need is a ROM and a decoder, and I can be like, oh, switch 1, switch 2, and it will just cycle through all of these, and I can just press a button and cycle through each line. It can be like line 1 is 1, line 2 is 2, line 3 is 3. It doesn't even have to, well, if you want it on the same line. The problem with this is that you cannot put all of these on the same line necessarily, unless you have some way of being like, oh, well, this needs 1, 2, and 3, but not this one. So like, this could be code 1, 0, 0, and 0, and then this one could be 1, 1, 0, which this is not actually how you would count. It would technically be 0, 0, 0, 1, and then 1, 1, 0, 0, and then here would be 1, 1, 1, 0. But this, honestly, doesn't even matter because we're not adding or subtracting anything. Because even though this represents like what, if I can remember correctly, something like this would represent like, well, hold on, let me write out the entire binary table. 1, 1, 0. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, so okay, we have this one is, what is that? What did I say this was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's 7. Okay, cool. That would be 7, but it doesn't matter unless you're trying to do addition because you're insane. And you don't need to do addition because you don't need to be insane to do addition, okay? You can do it. I like to say this. The simplest answer is the correct answer. Anything more complex than that could potentially have merit, but it doesn't matter if you can't understand how to do it. So simplest answer, correct answer. We have this. This is my way of doing it. 1, 1, 1. Boom. Now I could be like, oh, if this torch is on, all of these are off, it's 1. If this and this are on, and these 2 are off, it's 2. If these 3 are on, and this one's off. Basically, you can do that using AND gates, and then just compare a bunch of signals, and be like, oh, this one's on, this one's on. And that allows you to cycle through the ROM, which would be here. Unfortunately, we do not have symbols for these things. At least not symbols that are abstracted enough to the point where it's not going to be super complicated for me to, because I will have to draw out like a billion symbols if I want to explain how this works. It's really stupid. But then I can be like, okay, well, now it's time to do all 4 of the products for these. And we get a lot of the same products for each of them, so a lot of these can connect together. So we might be getting like 4 products from each, but the thing is that I can be like, well, these 2 are the same, right? Let me grab a red line so I can be like, oh, these 2 are the same. These 2 are the same. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Between lines, there would be sameness. This one's the same. And then if I do green for this one it's the same as that one. It's the same as that one, but not that one. So to say that I can be like, well, if I have petroleum gas, I can have it here. If I have do whatever I want with that. And then what we can do is have systems that take it to different things. Like we could have, let me just draw a picture of what the Coker unit looks like. Just draw one of these. Boom. That looks like a that looks like a Coker unit right there if I've ever seen one. Yes. Put a giant cloud above it too to make it look accurate. There we go. Yes, it goes to this one. This is logistics, but also really annoying and painful to do. But then we can be like, oh, this one. Oh, hey, we can be like, oh, well, today I feel like I'm gonna not do that. So I'm gonna be like, all right, well, no, that line was correct. Okay, the line is okay. But if I have this and I do this, I could just be like, oh, well, I don't want this today. I want to send all of my petroleum gas to, what else could I draw that uses petroleum gas? Like a thing. Like, let's just say it's a tank. PET gas. Boom. So if I want to do my logistics this way, I can have all my computer systems to do all of that. And I hate computer systems in this because they're going to be annoying to make when it costs all the redstone I have to mine, but it's fine. It will take like what? Probably 2 weeks to get the redstone needed if I want to do this. Although I'm probably not going to, because what we currently have is working, and if it's working well and I'm satisfied, we can reassess later. Which is what we did earlier, so that's okay. So 1 0 0 1, and technically, if it receives 1 0 0 1, it needs to have the signal for 1 0 0 1 to be also technically routed to this one. But we could just say, oh well, this is a separate a separate ROM. We could be like ROM 2, and what ROM stands for is write-only memory, obviously. So that's not obvious. For anybody who doesn't understand computers, this is probably like the most complex subject of all time. The most absurd thing. But I've made it simplified and drawn pictures. You should be capable of understanding pictures. It's this simple. Just numbers, and then figure, oh, well, if I have numbers 1 0 0 and 1, and this is coming off of a wire, right? These are different wires and cables and things, right? You can even do this on a breadboard. It's this easy. But I receive these, and I can just route these into different logical components, right? So, like, obviously, we need to know, oh, well, if we have 1 in this one, how do we detect if there's 1? Well, we can detect if there's not 1. That's what we can detect. We could be like, well, if there's 1, let 1 pass through. Boom. If there's not 1, this will be on because of an inverter, which that is the symbol for inverter. And like I was saying earlier, if I draw out a ROM for you, there's going to be like 30 billion of these. Except not really, because you can add a bunch of inverters together to create AND gates and OR gates and stuff. Computer science is the simplest in Minecraft because literally redstone is just binary and it's so simple. Now, if you try to do this in real life, then you need to have good electrical engineering skills beyond my capabilities, although I'm trying to improve them actively. Boom. Now what this means is that if I have the signal here will be 1, 1, and 1, which means if I have AND gates, this will all be true. So if I could be like, oh, well, this and this and this and this are all true. So the thing is true in total. And these are my AND gates. At the end, do not put it, I am not putting a circle on them because these are just regular AND gates and not NAND, which is different because NAND is not AND. NAND, not and you can remember that simply by just adding a circle on the little D. It looks like a D. At least that's how I learned it as. I'm sure people do it differently, but I'm fairly certain this is the standard method of doing it. So we have that, and then also one other thing that is interesting with this is that, see, if I have, oh, well, let's say this is not a 1, and let's say this changes to like be, this guy changes to be a 1. Oh no, we don't have 0 anymore. This guy now has to become 0. It's very simple. And then obviously, if our outputs originally were, well, this is true and that's true, then now this guy is false. And if you have another AND gate that compares the two, that means the output will be false anyway. So like, even though I need to draw an AND gate here because this would be, you'd combine both these AND gates essentially to create the end piece. But that's how I would set up a pretty much like, oh, I want this machine for this machine for that. It could be like, I could label every single ROM and be like, activate, and then we could just have a computer organize, run everything. Essentially what this would be computer controlled oil processing, or CCOP, but I don't like to abbreviate things, so we're just gonna call it computer controlled oil processing because I like to know what things are. So there we go. Perfect. And now we all understand the most complex computer science in existence, even though it doesn't even matter to my subject I'm talking about at this time. It's impractically useless for what we're doing right now. This is not anything that's important. Doesn't matter. But yeah, it's awesome. Boom, one more. There we go. So now we've covered how to do computer science. If I were to do this setup, here's what I would do. So I'd be like, okay, so if I look at oil, I'd find whatever is either the best, or I would just do everything, right? You could in theory be like, today I will take my, and then do X process, right? It doesn't matter if it's efficient or not, because then you could be like, well, I want to route it to here. I want to do this with it. And then you can do every single process. It'd be expensive. Yes. Would it be practical? Probably not. But you could, in theory, be like, we'll switch this to this and this to this. Or you could do what I did before and have multiple different processes and be able to switch between all of the processes in like a single spot. Be like, today we're doing vacuum oil. Today we're doing regular oil. And then I didn't even do that with a computer. I just did that with one switch. I was able to switch a bunch of pipes all at the same time to swap setups, pretty much. So you could do a swap setup method, or you could do swap individual machines, like today we're going to run this machine, this machine, this machine, and switch out each individual machine from a control panel or something, like you could get pretty creative with how that would work. And like really, there's no point not to get creative with these things and have a little bit of fun if that's your kind of thing. For me, I will not be doing that because I don't want to. And even though I know how to do it, there's no practical reason to do so. And in my opinion, the practicality defeats the only practicality that might exist is the switchable setup. Because maybe you're like, well, I don't have an oil source to support all of this, so I could be able to switch between my regular oil to my desulfurized oil, or my cracked oil to my vacuum oil, or whatever you have. It's an interesting subject, and if you're trying to look for a way to explore new things you can do in your HBM base, I guess that'd be the way to go, to start looking into redstone, because that is where it's at when it comes to making your base just absolutely insane. You can do a lot with it. I even tried auto crafting with it. Well, it didn't go super well. It did have a final product. It had a final outcome that was acceptable. It wasn't the best, but it was acceptable. That does not matter if it is best or not, as long as I'm able to accept the fact that it kind of works and I'm able to use it in some efficiency. And am happy with it. Which I was kind of happy with it, but I really wasn't, because I stopped using it. In that playthrough, I had just been like, oh, I'm gonna stop using it. Alright, we're left with one thing to pipe left. That will be, quite simply, the most annoying of all the pipe. Just literally the engine lubricant. It's all that lives. All that's left. Engine lubricants. Keywords, lubricant. It can't. What is this set to? AoE? How about you set it to vein miner? Okay, how about you set it to vein miner, okay? We're Canadian now. Sorry. It's okay. I too like maple syrup on my waffles. Once we've sufficiently offended the Canadians, we can continue on with the mission. The mission being to finish my oil setup. Jesus needs it to be done, okay? It's for God. It's for Jesus. It's holy. It's the holy grail of oil. The oil of all time. Ooh. Gonna wake up tomorrow. Gonna go do whatever I need to do. Gonna get done. Hope it's not gonna get done. You see, I can say I'm gonna get whatever I'm gonna do done tomorrow, and it's just, see, I know exactly what will happen. I know exactly how it will go. It's not gonna get done. See, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna get this done. I mean, it's not that it's not gonna get done. It's not gonna get done as fast as I say I think it will. Be like, oh yeah, we're gonna get this done. I think it's possible to do things super efficiently. I believe in high efficiency. High efficiency should be the goal with anything, because at the end of the day, everybody wants to go home. Everybody wants to go home at the end of the day. So, efficiency is the key cornerstone of just trying to get stuff done. It's the ultimate goal. At the end of the day, it's night, and nobody wants to be working at night. I don't know how that works, but I don't know anything about that. I'm sure there's a way to do it. Maybe I've seen the way to do it before. know a thing about efficiency in my oil efficiency. What is this? None? Where does this hook up to? Where does this go? I don't remember which pipe this is, and because it's not labeled as anything, I can't be certain it isn't something. I don't know what it is. Okay, if I knew what it was, I'd be able to say, oh yes, I have oil. Is that my pipe for? No, I know what that is. It's coal tar creosote. Am I stupid? I think I am stupid now. Nice. We are doing great work with the oil setup. What is this? Exhaust? That's beautiful. It's a good thing. We're gonna not make it look like China. We're not gonna fill the atmosphere with 5 billion gallons of pollution and then say it was India or something like that. That's not gonna happen. Definitely not gonna happen. What do I think of? If I go here, I can find my pipe. It's probably going in a straight line in some capacity. We can assume this is pipe. Yes? No? Where? Oh, it just goes 5 feet. That is beautiful. Exactly what we are looking for. It'd be nice if we could have like a pipe that you can just connect to different pieces. Like the wire drum, amazing. It's beautiful. It works. Works too good. Too good. Keywords, emphasis on 2. The number 2, not 2. It is too good. TWO. Where is my motor oil? Where is my engine lubricant? Where is my RBMK? I will be searching all day. This is beautiful. The most amazing song of all time. The HBM nuclear tech song. 2025. It will never exist in any capacity except for $5 billion to hit the 5 billion meme. Billion with a Y next to the O, just for the sake of it. It's the meme of all time. It's the highest level of comedy right there. Okay, so as long as I keep building this pipe and extending it 5 miles, we will then go ahead and set in the engine lubricant on the pipe. Now it will be set to engine lubricant, and I can just keep extending it. Extend! Oh hey, it didn't take that much pipe. I thought it was going to take like 6 or 7 stacks. Now, it's go time! Nice! Awesome. I'm excited. Very, very excited. This is the time of all time. Go time is the best time. It's drone time. Even better. Drone go time. What's better than go time? Go time with drones. Drones, the ultimate terror. Bzzz, all you will hear. It will be the most beautiful thing. A cacophony that heard for thousands of miles. A great distance. The absurdity? Amazing. Yes, we bought this drone on Amazon. And with duct tape and super glue and a little bit of innovation, we have made it into the ultimate killing machine. This is true joy. Drone joy. Yes. My drone is currently stuck floating there, but that's okay because with one slap of the drill, he will be defeated. So we'll just pillar our way up to here. The drone god. God of war. Drone. Oh, look, you can even see the pathing for it. It's just kind of cut off. It's like, go here. Oh, dead end. Wrong. We're gonna have to do the drone linker. No drone linker today, please. Please, no drone linker. I am just trying. I'm just a fish. HBM sent me that song one time, and I was very, very confused. For those who don't know, what is the best way to make rubber? Oh, glad you asked, because I actually have the answer. See, if you're playing James 2H Fork, the catalytic reformer is actually not a bad way to go. My apologies for the late response, but this is the best way to do it. Is the catalytically reformed petroleum gas. You get reformant, but you also get unsaturated hydrocarbons. And this is very late game, but after you have the Xernox, you should just be able to get this pretty fast. If you can get the... You'll have no problem. You probably already have the alkylation unit if you're playing James 2H Fork. Now, if you're playing regular, I would just crack the natural gas. Natural gas is very useless. Just crack it. Crack it, but also have a reserve in case you need to use it for making a fusion reactor, which just requires a bit of gas for the blowtorch. So, obviously, yes. Okay. The drone. Why do I have a drone? What am I doing with it? Well, we need the drone to strike the oil refinery with more oil. Which, in other words, I need to use my drone to fly oil from one place to the other. And then I also need to use a drone to probably dispose of all of this stinky natural gas that exists. Very stinky. Ooh, disgusting. Get it out of here. I don't even want to have to pipe that far. Look how far this is. There's a good reason we're not piping this far. There's a good reason for it. Because it'd be stupid. And dumb. Emphasis on the dumb. And the stupid. Somebody told me they meant two different things. Dumb and stupid, I feel like, are basically synonyms. Have you heard of the word synonym? It exists for a reason. Ha ha ha. Oh crap. Just put a hole in the ground. Oops, my bad. It's, that happens sometimes. It was just an accident, bro. It was just an accident. What do you mean it was just an accident? You didn't intentionally do that? It seems like you intentionally did that. Intentionally put a hole in the ground, bro. Intentional. Hey, the word intentional exists for a reason too. It means you have intent. Ooh! Metal. Me like metal. Metal good. Plastic bad. Maybe. Okay, well, I have an answer to the most annoying of issues. Are we ready to hear what the most annoying issue? Okay, so let's just say I don't like heating oil enough to make a pipeline dedicated to heating oil. That's a super big issue. Super big issue, isn't it? Oh, it's such a big problem. It's okay. Because I have the answer to the problem. I have enough torches to set up what I need to set up. Okay, so we'll have this one be for going there, and this one will be for leaving, so like that way they don't get anything goes wrong. How do you do the thing with this? I don't remember. I don't understand. I don't understand. Don't remember. Oh, that's how you set it down? I want to set it up to the max. 15, so he's flying above the sky. He's in outer space, and that's where it's most terrifying because you can't hear sound in outer space. So how are you gonna know the drones are coming for you then? Oh my god. It's gonna be a calamity. It's gonna be a catastrophic. It's gonna be terrifying. Oh, hey. What's that? It's heating oil. Looks like heating oil. It's probably heating oil. Oh, yeah, it's good. Set it to liquids because drones cannot eat solids. They can only eat liquids. Liquid heating oil is the only thing my drone will eat. Drone will do job and he will do it good. Correction. Drone will do job and he will attempt to do a good job. But he may need some guidance here with a bit of extra guidance. Extra guidance for the drone because the drones are actually stupid. The drones don't know what they're doing unless you give them at least 4 waypoints between start and end. And if they don't know what they're doing, it's probably not going to be good. But I have a solution to some problems. Well, no, actually, it all depends on my capacity to make circuits. That might not make much sense to people who don't know HBM as much as I do. But I hate making circuits because I'm lazy, so that's the reason. That's the whole reason. Hey, we need a drone linker. I have a drone linker request. Oh, that's you know I had this stupid joke I made earlier. I have an Uber Eats request over. Send it. 5 Big Macs. It was about this guy. It was about this guy who's kind of out of shape. It's pretty funny. It was the funniest comedy of all time. I'm good at it. Good at the comedy. It's all that matters. Well, that's all I'm good at, probably. Well, no, I'm good at a lot of things. I can do 90% of everything. Constantly. Set it to liquids because drones don't like to eat. They like to drink. They like to drink their heating oil. They like it nice and cold. Not flaming. Because otherwise, it will be not very fun. Flaming drones? That's even more terrifying than drones in space. With laser beams or something. That'd be absolutely diabolical. Terrifying. Pure terror. Whoosh. Alright, next point. Back to the starting point. Go! Womp womp womp. That's what happens right there. The failure of drone kind. The biggest drone fail of 2025. No drones in oil setup. Only sadness and defeat. This is stupidity. Why the heck doesn't the drone know where to go? Because he hasn't been told that much yet. Holy Jesus. How is it broken again? How the heck? How is the... What? What is this? Oh, you finally have figured out how to do 2 lines on the same torch? What? No! No! Why? You know, I sound like, oh, this is funny, but this is actually absolutely the worst annoyance I think I've ever had a drone do. The drone is supposed to do as it's instructed. It's supposed to fly from one point to the next point and then back again. Okay, it's very basic and should be not hard at all. It should have no problems flying back and forth like it is now. Finally! This is why I'm never going to set up drones again if I have the opportunity. We have solved drone problems. I hate drones. That is the answer to the problems. You're welcome. Hate drones. It's the drone's fault. It's the drone's fault. The drone doesn't know what it's doing. Fly down. Fly up. Fly all the way across. And fly back again. Ah, good. This is a beautiful drone. Doing a beautiful job of moving the heating oil. Because I don't want to. Now I will go ahead and solve my other problem, which is this one. Now, you see there's a lot of issues in HBM mod to solve, but I don't really want to solve this issue at this time. At this time, I will not solve this issue. I will actually just ignore it and put it on the calendar to be dealt with at a later time. How about you charge my crude oil machine? Crude oil machine right there. Alrighty, it's time to go ahead and begin the ore processing. This is where it all starts, okay? It all starts right here with coal oil. Because coal is the answer to my oil for this setup. So, place in the coal into this machine here, and it will go to this machine here, which is pretty basic. It's just a sorting machine. All you need to know is it does sorting. You don't need to know more than that, because I've already explained this like a baker's dozen of times. AKA, bakers don't know how to count, so add 1 to a dozen. 13. And I don't know, since when is there 1 extra in a dozen, but thank you bakers for the extra 1 in the dozen. Because now we're running out of energy, which is a significant problem and a huge crisis. How do you solve this? Congratulations, nuclear power. Remember, we don't want 3 Mile Island, and we definitely do not want Chernobyl. So, none of those nuclear accidents, please. Or Fukushima, because I do not want a tsunami in the middle of wherever that we are. As you can see, the map is very much devoid of oceans. And in fact, the nearest ocean is approximately 3 kilometers in this direction. You're welcome. That information is unnecessary. Because oceans are nowhere near us. 3 kilometers is a huge distance. And I doubt a tsunami will be able to travel through several sections of mountain, which are very hard to pass through on foot. I mean, a tsunami is made of water, but I mean, what's the difference between feet and a tsunami? A mountain's gonna stop both of them. Doesn't make a difference, so. Except feet might be able to go over the mountain a little easier than water can. Because for water, I feel like, oh, it would just be a barrier. It'd be like the world's biggest barrier of all time. Let me see. Do you have power? Are you making coal crystals? Good. Please send the coal crystals where they need to go. Nice. Nice. Where the heck are my coal crystals go? Oh, okay, they're going somewhere. Nice, my coal powder is now going to become oil power. Beautiful. The future of oil technology. Whoosh. Stamp. Stamp. Now, if I head over to here and I set up the next part, I just need to put some lignite coke. The cheapest type of coke, because this type of coke, you literally make it from brown coal. The difference between lignite and regular coal is impurities in the coal. And also, I mean, I think that's it, isn't it? Just impurities. Lignite's got more sulfur in it, doesn't it? I really read about coker units and stuff. That was like one of the first things I read about was petrochemistry, because it's the biggest like aspect of chemistry is like, how do I do oil refining? I want to learn about oil. I want to learn about oil refining. It's very, very nerd stuff. It's almost like phosphor tubes. Who's gonna know the word phosphor tube when you're discussing something so basic as just like, I flick this switch, I can see in the dark. It's invisible. Wait, what? I can see in the dark using invisible light. It's a little more advanced than that. What is this, coil? That's good. How does it work? Because if you know how something works, you have more of an answer to solve malfunctions and things. The more you know, the smarter you are, the more effective you are. The genius is the most scariest thing. Why is your coal tar creosote not going where it's supposed to? I thought I told the machine to put coal tar creosote through the pipe like it's supposed to. It's almost as if the pipe decided to not do the thing I told it to. It's sad. Ah! I hate you, pipe. Pipe doing the wrong thing. Hopefully this fixes it. Creosote. Ooh. Ooh. All right, we're building up our oil. At this time, we are currently achieving oil. All right, let's go ahead and hook in the stuff here. Jump to here. Is it the distance? No. The distance is not achieved in that single jump we just did. So connect it to here, and then connect this to this one. Whoosh. And it will connect through the wall, doesn't matter. Because we don't care about walls. Let's just go around the barriers. See, don't go through a barrier when you can just go around it and it's way easier. It's the most common sense of all time. I don't know who trusts me with common sense, but they trusted me with something a little bit too much common sense. Super powerful. Who entrusted me with the privilege of common sense? Light oil. Why is my light oil stopped up in the machine? Okay, this is a problem if I don't know where the light oil's going. Chemicals! Ah! I love chemistry, guys. I love it so much. I'm producing so much rubber at this time. My light oil is set to go into here. However, the light oil pipeline is not receiving light oil. This means one or two things. Number one, this is not set with any kind of light oil, which is what I expected. Typical stupidity. Typical predictable stupidity. The regular. It's what you expect. There we go. Now that we've finished and set up, it's time to check if this is doing its job. Aromatic hydrocarbons, naphtha, and solvents not being produced yet. Well, actually, is that just because I haven't switched it? I don't even remember how this is supposed to do it. I think it's supposed to solvent by default. I think that's supposed to be solvent. So yeah. It just needs a lot more oil. It's okay, because I can get more oil to this thing. I know exactly how to do it. We're just gonna need a couple thousand drones. Hell yeah. Drones for the win. I love drones when I don't have to do weird stuff to make them function. Let me see if I have that right now, if I actually have drones in storage. Okay, I have one drone, and I have one transport drone waypoint. I don't think that's going to work. The best way is probably on Tecto. Oh yeah, that's true. There is the rubber there. Oh, you know what's the problem? Yeah, I just realized the holdup in my setup. Because I just forgot to do the mirror adjustments. Incredible. Okay, let's go ahead and set up the actual mirrors this time, so we actually have steam. Oh, hey. You know, if you have steam and you don't have water, what are you even doing? You can't do it with one but not the other. Just doesn't make sense. Give me that. Give me that steel barrel at this time. Hurry. We must set up the pipeline. Go. Stop. Perfect. We'll place it down. Connect it to the setup. Boom. And there we go. That will continue to make peroxide for whatever stupidness is going there. AKA the ore processing. Nice! Water and steam are going to do stuff. Wonderful. Except it's not working because you need more water. That's okay. I have enough water in this thing probably. Or I don't, but either way is fine. It will work. It doesn't matter. Like I said, the most simplest way of doing something is probably the best way because it makes the most sense. It's basic math because 1 + 2 equals fish. So we know that's pretty simple. Steam and bitumen. Bitumen and steam. I just imagine bitumen is just like this. Well, it really depends because certain oil, like in real life, if you were to do a setup that does oil fractioning and stuff, like it would depend on what kind of stuff is in your bitumen. Because you can fraction and do all kinds of stuff. Like you could have, oh, this is like 100% of this, like you could be like, the composition could be completely different from sample to sample. It's like alcohol. Like you have like vodka that's like 100%, and then you have like some other material that's like, or like you have Everclear that's like 100%, and then you have like vodka or something. I don't know anything about alcohol, so I couldn't tell you. But I know enough to know that it's all different. It's all that you need to know, is all flavors are different. Good. Wait, where do those trees come from? It's okay, I'll destroy all the trees. I didn't realize we still had trees left. You know, I think now's the time that we go ahead and deal with the trees before they become an issue. And I know exactly the way to do so. I know exactly what I'm going to do to those trees. I'm going to send those trees with the most beautiful thing of all time, if I have it in this box down here. Nice, napalm. I feel like we could really do for some napalm at this time. But I was hoping I would have something even better for those trees. A nuclear grenade. Well, that's practical. What am I supposed to do with that? Probably nothing, because how effective would that even be? The blast radius must be like too big of a blast radius. But it's fine. It's fine because I have something better. I have one of these. Ooh. Let me just go ahead and designate something to destroy, aka the trees out there. I really want to see where it's coming from. Oh. Yeah, that's good. Nice, all the trees are gone. Or maybe not. No, it's just a massive amount of fire. Hooray! Only two. Man, these guys, whoever is flying that thing really sucks because they only hit a couple of trees. Our kill count on trees today: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, potentially 7. Well, we do have 7 already. 7. Nice. We did a good job, but we failed still. It's a good job, but it didn't work as intended. What the heck? I hope we stockpile enough reformant for everything to work. Otherwise, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. It's gonna be fun if we don't have enough stuff for the oil. Okay, let me check how much production we are undergoing at the nuclear facility. How much energy have we managed to sustain? Oh yes, 5.9 million HE. Good. What is that? Oh my gosh, I just freaked out because I thought, oh my god, what is that? I thought my base was getting lased with some kind of missile or something. I was like, oh Jesus, what's falling out of the sky now? A fucking nuke. It just destroys everything. Oh my gosh. That'd be amazing. It'd be the greatest episode of all time. Hey guys, I spent 3 days playing HBM mod, and all of a sudden my base is a crater because somehow God decided to send me a nuke from the sky. Hello from above. That's what he said. And then next thing you know, whoosh, everything is destroyed. Massive crater. And the story ends there. What a beautiful story. Yes. So beautiful. Yes. Oh my gosh. I love my base getting nuked. It's just what I love. I love all my precious hard work really paying out when the sky falls. Because of randomness. Randomly generated nuclear airstrike. April Fools 2025. Last April Fools, or the April Fools before that, we got the trash bags added into the game, which sounds wild, but it's an actual thing. The shopping bag. This is a very typical natural creature. Wait, what is this? Anyway, the bag. It's a rare amphibious creature. Super rare. I rarely see them. But they can occasionally show up in water to say hello. Ooh. 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 I need it. Guys, I think I need this. Oh, I don't have weapon steel. My bad. Sandbags? Sandbags? Oh my gosh. HBM made it so you can craft them now. Craft them instead of what I used to do, which is like mining drill, guys. Mining drill. Mining drill. It's bored to the core. cause a massive volcanic eruption. Alright, we're gonna try to insert into this thing. Because I really want to see if this works. And if it doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But hopefully it does, because that would be fabulous. And I choose those words because those words sound like the most fun. Fabulous. That sounds, it could be worse. Could say totally fab. Oh my god, what is this, 2015? What? And at that point, what? That makes no sense. Okay, that's just stupid words, but it would be pretty funny. And I'd probably say that. That'd be something I'd say. I'd say it just for the sake of, oh yeah, it's totally fab, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hurry up and put the coal in more quickly. Do it now. At this time, I need 5,000 coal in the furnace. Now. Amazing. This is, we're commanding the furnace to do its job. Or actually technically it's a combination oven. Hurry up, combination oven. We're waiting on you. Too cold? What? We're not even in Siberia. We're not even there yet. What are we doing? Naphtha? What is this? Why is this clogged? Is it I have the question. Is it naphtha or naphtha? I think it's pho, because how the heck do you spell a word so weird that it's got two H's, an H before the T and after the T? Oh, I know how to say it. It's naphtha. Ha 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 ha. Because whoever created this word is diabolical and deserves me to laugh at their work. Okay, they need me to laugh at they need it. They don't want it, they need it. Naphtha? Naphtha. Naphtha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Oh, it gets too stupid when I start laughing maniacally about something so simple as how a word is spelled. None? Oh my Jesus. What? How the heck did we miss that piece? This is a conniption right here. Oh my gosh. We have reached peak comedy. Peak tiers of comedy. Let's go ahead and see if it's actually working. Inside of the mixer. Mixer, do your job! We're making aromatic hydrocarbons or not. Not. There's no aromatic hydrocarbons inside the machine at this time because they all got turned into AK mags, aka made of bakelite. Ah! My bakelite, it's been wasted. Oh my gosh. What am I gonna do? Turn it on. Now. Activate the beast. Blow out the eardrums. Blow their eardrums into oblivion. Make it ring for 6,000 years. I wish there was like some kind of spinning or like animation that goes along with this. But now I'm trying to talk over a machine that's probably twice as loud as I am. What am I doing? Activate. Okay. My apologies. I think that was uncalled for. Oh, it's not. I can't even control the sound anymore. Autobots, roll out. Wait, what? Besides, that's unrelated. How are you consuming minus 1 kilo HG per tick. What the heck? Holy crap, hurry up. Produce it much more quickly. We need the energy now. It's amazing. Doot theme song. Verbal remix. How about you hurry up, oil refinery? You're going too slow. We need this done fast. I need it done now. Hey, you know, we can get this done fast. We can get this done fast just by waiting for the reformant gas to be exhausted out of existence. And then what will I do? I will have 0 energy unless I turn on Xernox and then I go, I need nuclear power at this time. Because nuclear power is the best power. Now, it sounds like it'd be bad for the environment, but it's only bad if you're Dyatlov, or however his name is. And then you will be completely sad and, yeah, probably jobless because you accidentally melted down your country's pride work. Which probably has a different meaning. I don't know. Masterpiece. Yes, that's the word. Pride work. Sounds like social justice warrior, keyboard warrior or something. Some funny word like that. Goofy word like that. Word of all time. Alright, it's time to go ahead and finish off. Because we need to finish off today with a little bit of light work. Since we've pretty much exhausted ourselves. So, vein miner on this. Vein miner on that. We're just going to vein mine the entirety of my Great Wall down. It's sad to see. We could leave it up as a masterpiece, right? We could be like, we're just putting it off for a little bit. I mean, I know we need to work on it and build it a little bit, but it's okay. We can put it off for like 5 months. Real life time. 6 years real life. Come back to this world and I'll be like, we never finished moving the fence. How are we supposed to make sure that no? You know, I'm not sure what happened there, why it disconnected, but it made me, I said holy Jesus again. Holy Jesus, what the heck? And you see, the thing is that joke is it's stupid, but I'm going to explain it so it makes even more sense. Number one, it's funny because you're saying, I don't know, it's just kind of funny. Holy Jesus, what the heck? Nobody says that. Nobody says that. It's funny. But also, is Jesus my friend? Like, what the heck? Is he my homeboy or something? What the heck? It's comedy. It's the comedy of all time. Oh, okay. So what we're going to do is basically set up a nice little fence around here so that way no 3-year-olds walk in and then fall into the... let me find a machine you could fall into and get horribly eviscerated. Let me see. Oh, I know a great one. A great example. Let me turn it on so you can see. Yeah, we're going to put a fence around it so that way we see that no kids can get horribly eviscerated inside the gas flare. AKA turned into chunks and mist. We don't want that to happen. So let's go ahead and be cautious and set up a fence. Not just for security, but for safety. Because that's all that matters. We don't need any kind of lawsuits at our oil company, okay? This is the oil company of all time. We're just doing oil, okay? There's no other products being made here other than oil. And it would appear there are other products being made here. What other products can I even make with oil? And you might be asking, that's a really good question, but I can already tell you there's at least one product we can make an HBM mod that's actually something else. It's called IFAS brand chewing gum or chocolate, which is actually just meth or crocodile or something. I don't even know. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I just know it's supposed to be drugs. And we could also be making cigarettes with polonium-210 and asbestos filters. It's literally the most stupidest thing ever, but I mean, if you renamed it and it didn't say polonium-210 cigarette on it. Oh, well, if you could somehow remove that so it doesn't say that and you give it to your friend, oh my gosh, now you've become the KGB. Handing out polonium-210 like it's candy. It's beautiful. All of these jokes are funny, but at the end of the day, it's questionable. I don't know if I'm counting correctly, but I don't care. We'll just start counting to 3 if I can't count. It's the answer to counting. Just start doing 3s. You can do 3 all day. Especially if you need to call for fire. Call for artillery. Alright, so if I build this fence correctly, it should be to the standard. 3 blocks tall. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks wide, and we'll see about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's all looking beautiful, and it's meeting my standards for making a safe fence that will keep the children safe and will keep the EPA out and will accomplish all of the goals of a good oil factory. That being, safety is the primary function. Nothing matters more than the safety and well-being and keeping the lawsuits away. Especially the lawsuits for people falling into a gas flare and getting eviscerated. That would be horrible. It'd be terrible. Only because it affects my oil company. Ethics don't matter. Only oil. We're turning into John D. Rockefeller. Gonna make the oil of all time. It's never gonna make the standard at this rate. And surround. Oh, look, it's a solar eclipse. And that in that 5 seconds, 1 lawsuit could occur. Boom. No. That's backwards. That's backwards. And if your fence is backwards and you know it, clap your hands. If your fence is backwards and you know it, clap your hands. Jesus. What the heck was that? We don't need this solar eclipse. We need a solar flare. It's better than the gas flare. It will be more effective. You know, I've actually thought about that. I'm not going to elaborate here. I've elaborated in the past about it. I was like, I've thought about it before. The sun, specifically. It's like, you know, it's the most ultimate source of life. So if, like, something were to happen to the sun... Not saying it's... I mean, theoretically, it's possible. I mean, on paper, it'd be... I mean, if you write out the numbers, and once you realize that, oh, it might cost a lot of money to do certain methods, it starts to look a little impossible. But then I theorized other methods and started to realize that it's not entirely impossible to just destroy the sun. It wouldn't be entirely out of the realm of possibility. It would be difficult, and it would require more advanced physics than just throwing enough iron in it to stop the fusion, which is my original idea. But it is possible, which is a comforting idea, to know it's possible to destroy the sun. Knowing that knowledge makes me satisfied. And I'm not just saying that for the sake of saying that. The more knowledge I have, the more satisfied I am. But I like to know that it is possible to destroy the sun. Super awesome information. Completely up my alley of information that I like to know. I forgot what the other method was. I think it might have been either using a laser beam to like freeze up and well, that would be if you got it down to no, that wouldn't work. Well, maybe that you could either destroy the sun in two ways. Speed up the sun's natural processes of decay, whatever that may be like, or you could just increase the this is the example I like, is if you take the all of the particles in the sun somehow and increase their like attraction to each other to the point where like they like, I'm not talking like atoms, I'm talking like even like the quarks and everything, like it's all just like if you can take that all and then stop it from acting like a gas, acting like a plasma, that would pretty much shut down the sun. It might cause some interesting things to happen. The way you would do that is by increasing the density of all of the particles or atoms in the sun. Just increase the density of every atom in the sun, and you will increase the I don't think it's the binding force or energy or any of that. It's not got anything to do with binding. No binding words, okay? No binding. Binding is not a word involved in it. It's electronegativity. Oh, yes, it is electronegativity. If you increase the electronegativity of all of the atoms in the sun, in theory, you would be able to destroy the sun. How the heck do you even achieve that? And I don't have an answer to that, because that's well out of my realm of armchair physicist. But as I was thinking, there might even be other methods beyond that, like using a laser beam. This is used in fusion. Like a laser beam could be used to, oh, hey, we are going to do a fusion reactor. We're going to use a laser beam to help stabilize the plasma inside, to like keep it slowed down, and so we can do more fusion this way. Like you can use lasers in fusion. It's a thing. You can look it up. There's a lot of different fusion experiments out there about that use, different techniques of getting plasma to exist, and some of them theoretical, some of them a lot of the processes I feel like definitely, I don't know if there's a lot of them that are actually functioning at this time. This looks really good, and I like the way the chain links look, because they always are far enough out of your distance that it sometimes has a hard time rendering them. But this should keep most toddlers from just walking right into my oil setup and then getting roasted alive inside of a specific machine that might be a little bit of a funny shape. You need Ear Pro to be next to this machine. Alright. You guys need safety equipment to be next to this machine. Alright. You guys need to be fully bubble wrapped to be next to this machine. What am I even doing? Like, we've just accomplished what? Putting up an iron fence that barely protects the outside, or, well, in other words, stops everything from the outside to get in and fall into the gas flare, like I was saying, and cause a billion lawsuits. And then we've also not really accomplished we accomplished the actual getting it running. which is, yes, it's amazing, but that was already done. Like, it would function. I just had to plug everything in. It's like you buy a microwave. All you have to do is plug it in and it works. See, the problem is that I don't just have to plug this thing in. I had to plug in 5 different cables. Some assembly was required. In other words, this is not like buying a microwave. This is like buying an IKEA chair and then having to put it together. Because it was half assembled. But it was all there at the end. Also, the analogy of buying does not even exist. There was no money spent in this build at all. Trust me. 100%. There was no money spent in my oil production. Yep. Exactly. It was all made by scratch. Or was it? No. There's not even currency. Like, there's not even other players to buy it from. And if there was, I would destroy them all. Because that's what I would do. I would just be like, hey guys, here's my plutonium-239. Here is my custom nuke body. Slap it down right in their base. And then just say, have a nice day. Leave a sign that says, have a nice day. And if they break it, the nuke goes off. What are they going to do? I hope my radium's almost... Jeez, this has got so many years left. It's got so many years left. It's probably got 3 years left on it, and I'm still waiting. Waiting on the machines at that point. Waiting on the machines to be assembled at that time. Lever. Go. Boom. Place. Boom. Place. Boom, boom. Nice. We have accomplished all of my tasks and criteria that I have set for my oil plant. Therefore, we are ready to continue and begin with whatever things I'm going to do tomorrow morning. But first, first I have to do some stuff so that way I can sleep. Then I can get to tomorrow morning. And then I can do those things. So, that is if I wake up on time. AKA, wake up at 4. 4 a.m. exact every morning. It has to be. And that's the plan. That is the strategy right now. The plan. Because that way it creates the pattern I need. I need to have a nice pattern in my life. Not just sporadically random this happens out of nowhere. That's stupidity. That's amazing. I like it. Stupidity. Get hit with you expect the right hook, but you get an uppercut. Whoosh! And then your brains fly out. Because apparently somebody forgot to... Oh, well, you're in a surgery room having surgery done, right? And it turns into a boxing match. It's brain surgery, but the surgeons are actually now a boxer. He became a boxer. He got boxing gloves. He's about to give you a left hook, you think, and then he gives you the uppercut, and then your brains just fly out. Boom. That's what happened. Or it's some guy who strapped an explosive to a metal glove. And the explosive is sensitive to impact. And so when he punched you in the face, whoosh, pink mist right there. Red mist right there, dude. Red mist. This is too graphic for YouTube at this time. Yes, we will get our content marked and flagged with graphic content. Thanks to my wonderful descriptions of things that are very violent. Perfect. That is another goal to check off on my list of boxes to check off. We also need to check off swearing. We need to swear too much as well. And then in addition to swearing, we could check off a box for... okay, if we insult Canadians... Or no, who was it? Italians. It was Italians. If we can insult Italians, boom, insult them. Perfect. Make some Italian jokes about, I don't even know. Oh yeah, snapping spaghetti in half. I'm so upset with the Italians, man. I'm just gonna snap all of the spaghetti in half because I don't even remember what I said that one time. But it was definitely checked that box perfectly. We offended the Italians, so hateful and derogatory content. Perfect. 3 boxes to check. The Canadian. I started off the stream with Canadian joke. Oh my goodness. The Canadian joke of all time right there. Oh my gosh. I don't even remember what I said. I don't know what you're talking about. Me maple syrup. It's not too sweet. I don't even know. What was the other one? There was some other ones we've come up with throughout the years to just make fun of stereotypes. That's all it is. That's all of those jokes are just making fun of stereotypes, but usually it's just other nations' stereotypes. Yep, make fun of Australians, make fun of Canadians and Italians because I really don't know much about Britain, so I can't make fun of them other than they have beans on toast, and that sounds absolutely disgusting. And then obviously we can always do the 5 billion rockets meme. Amazing. That one hits the box perfectly. Checklists, the checklists of all time, actually. I actually don't remember what's even on the list of things that you're not supposed to do on YouTube at this point. But I will actually check right now so I can actually see what that would look like. Author your biggest fans of VIP. I don't care. I don't really care. That's my attitude towards my fans. I don't care, but if you ask me a question and I have the answer, I will give you the answer. Or if I think I have the answer, I will give you an educated enough guess that you will probably have enough knowledge to get the answer. So if I hit go live and then I go and monetization. No, I don't even. You have to make a video. You have to go into the video, make the video, and be like, "Yup, video." But there's a list. It's literally like check boxes. It actually is like check boxes. It's a list of things that you just can't do, and it's almost like check boxes. It could be like, let's do all of them for a video. Yep. For this video, I'm gonna check every single box of what we're not supposed to do on YouTube. That would be a brilliant idea. But I am gonna end the stream right now.